Hello, everyone. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. I really, really appreciate it. As you can see, we have a very, very special guest with us today. This is somebody that has played for us in a World Cup and scored 4 key goals for us to get us on our way towards the World Cup. Well, it's none other than Jason Wright. Jason, how you doing, boss? Hope all is well.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. I hope you're doing well. How's the family and everything? I know you're overseas right now. You've been in touch with them. I know the COVID has drawn everybody out of work of late.
Yeah, yeah. I've been in constant contact with them, and they're here for me. They're supporting me, and they're making me feel at home, even when I'm away. So
Mhm.
that's good.
That's good. Very, very good to hear. Jason, firstly, I want to start on the good news that we heard quite recently about you playing professionally overseas in Romania. I just wanted you to give me a little insight about the club and your feelings about getting this opportunity to play football overseas, something I'm sure you dreamt about from you're very young.
Yeah. So the club, CS Mioven, is a relatively young club, especially in comparison to the other clubs and organization that is playing in the first league here. It's a very ambitious club, a very professional club, and I couldn't be more happy to have this platform to grow and to develop from.
Well, to be the first Jamaican footballer to play professionally in Romania is something that I know you'll take in your stride very well. So, in terms of this club in particular, is it a 1 year deal, a 2 year deal? How the plan is like for you for the next few.
The plan, the deal is a season and a half, so uh, I think that's sufficient timing and to get me um, relaxed. So yeah, a year and a half is the deal, and I'm pretty comfortable with it.
All right, and in terms of the contact, was it the club reached out to your agent and was interested in you? How was that dialogue like to get you over to Romania for this opportunity?
Well, to be honest, it has been something in the making for several years now, couple of years I should say, and my agent is from this territory. Is from this territory, so he has always kept a interest in having me over here, and because of COVID, it kind of pushed back a little because of the difficulty to get the visa to get here and stuff like that. But I'm happy that we were able to get the opportunity to come here, and I showcase well, and they think they were convinced I could add value to their club and their team.
And in terms of the country as a whole, Romania, have you had a chance to do a bit of sightseeing as yet or go out and see what the place is like? New culture, new environment, all of that?
Yeah, it's a very traditional Eastern European culture, and the site, seeing stuff like the buildings, and it's just very Eastern in terms of like the cultural experience, the food, the historical museum and stuff like that. So it's
Mhm.
it's good so far.
Yeah. I'm sure you're happy that this deal, firstly, congrats that, this came about. What are some of the goals you have for um, the rest of the season and, of course, next season as well with the club?
So the goal is to, I think, to stay in the league, because right now the club is, we're the main objective right now for the club is to stay in the league. So for me is to do everything and anything possible to help that, and and to be happy and to be comfortable and just to enjoy the moment, because I can tell you, man, like it's very difficult very very difficult to get these opportunity and to have this platform for. So for me, I have to enjoy it, and that's the aim for me.
You know, Jason, a lot of people questions that people ask, is where's Jason Wright? What is he up to? It's one of the most asked questions, honestly, in terms of like former national youth players. After that under 17 team, would you say that it was a couple of injuries why perhaps you didn't go pro like the likes of Omar and Alvas and the other guys? Why we didn't follow them in the same footsteps? Was it injuries that set you back a bit?
Yes, I would say it was a couple injuries, and to be honest, um, unfortunate situation with supporting cast, management, agents, and stuff like that, and just being unlucky as well. So it's a collaboration of things, but nothing happens before time, and I stayed steadfast in my faith and confidence in myself, and I'm just happy to be here now, and could have made my debut yesterday. Yeah.
And you see all that time that you put in the gym and in the training ground starting to pay off. Playing.
Yes, a lot of time, man. And the hardest part of it was working and working really hard with uncertainties. So a lot of people, couple coaches now, see how hard I work, and was like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's the future, what the future holds. But they just the work that I put in without anything secure or anything in the future. When I break the news to them, they wanted to cry, because it's not easy to mentally, of course, to work when there's nothing in sight. So
Yeah. Okay. And right now you're 27, will be 28 later this year. Do you feel like physically you're approaching your peak or your best, where you can recover for games and just feel sharp on the training ground and for matches?
yeah, I feel physically I am I am approaching my peak, not necessarily because of my body. It's just mentally, I know my body more, and I am aware of things that can aid in my recovery, and things. When you realize and know your body, you can, you know, use it as an advantage for everything, recovery, how to stay injury free, etc. So yeah.
Mm. And at the club that you're at right now in Romania, do you have a couple of teammates taken it under your wing as yet and like introduce themselves and say welcome to the club? Have any of them, even the Romanian players at the club, been able to say this is what you do here and just let you know different things about the club and the history and all of that?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They have been really great. Everybody, the fans, the everybody, the administrative, the staff, the coaches, the players, have all welcomed me really well, and it's just, as I said, the ball is in my court now. It's just for me to repay them for the trust that they have put in me. So
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. I want to take a trip back 10, 11 years ago now. Okay. Imagine how time flies. 11 years
yeah,
ago was the under 17 World Cup. It feels like yesterday, don't it?
yeah, yes, yes, yes. I always look back on some of the videos, and that keep me going, that motivate me, and that always bring a smile to my face.
Yeah. In terms of your, footballing love and growth, was it a family member that showed it to you, a cousin, for you getting involved into football at a young age?
No, I think um, it was just destined. Like it was just destined. I just
Yeah.
started playing, and but my dad is a he loved the game so much, so maybe that love came from his genes. But as it relates to playing, I just started playing because especially in Jamaica, that's the thing that you do pretty much first as a boy. So yeah, that was it for me. Yeah.
Yeah. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Is it true when you were 10 or 11 or 12, you were part of our Real Madrid academy clinic? back in the day?
Yes, yes. That was after prep school. I had won a MVP. I went to a camp, a locker room camp, and I won the MVP. And I was rewarded with a trip to Real Madrid, where me and my good friend, Patrick Palmer, went on that trip. But I won it at the age of 12, and we went about 2 years after.
How was that experience like in
I'm not hearing you.
Spain? One second.
Go again. Cool.
All right. 1 minute. So, 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
All right. You can hear me now, boss?
Yes, clearly, yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the internet glitches and so on. But I was saying the experience for you and Patrick. Yeah, do you remember what that was like, or the memories you just didn't remember about the
No,
experience in Spain?
you can't forget moments like that, man. Those moments live with you forever and ever. But it was the first taste of what professional was like, and the everything that comes with being a professional, the log the just the lifestyle of being a professional, the eat properly, they take care of you, you get to train properly with instruction and like I would say objective of each session, so it wasn't just training for training purposes, it was training to gain. So that experience was something that really opened my eyes to the professional world and the lifestyle and what it takes to be at the level and be at that level and stay there. So it was an amazing experience for me.
And being part of the under 17 team, do you still keep in touch with the guys part of that squad? You guys keep in touch from that squad?
Yeah, yeah, yes, we do. I do
The
keep in
Wilmers
touch
guys?
with. No, not Woolman's guys, Georgia, the Georgians and everybody.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. That sounds good. And I mean, in for this experience now, Jason, going to Romania, would you say you still have ambitions of playing for the senior national team, or the focus now is club football and getting your feet wet, you'd say?
No, I'm open for everything because um, representing your country at the senior level is something else. So for me, it would be an honor to represent the country at that level.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Look, Jason, I really, really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for coming in, and all the best on this next chapter of your career. Keep on shining, and you never know. A couple of wins, you're up the table, and might see you
Yeah.
playing Europa League or Champions